Welcome to Wild
Yes!
Wednesday.
Wild Wednesdays right here.
We are wild.
Yeah, we are.
I'm
Why are you speaking in
Christy.
your quiet voice?
I don't know
then?
because we're wild.
She's wild. She's
I'm
good.
Christy.
I'm Lisa.
And we are thrilled to be spending this time with you. Well, we're going to be
So
talking
glad.
about some wild animals.
Yeah, we are.
Not only ones that you can see
Nope.
outside or on YouTube, but
Nope.
also
Ones that are in the Bible. The Bible is not boring. The Bible is exciting, and God uses amazing animals to do His work. We're His people.
But before
It's
we
good
get
stuff.
there, though,
It's time to do the thing.
it's time to do it. Let's
Let's
do
do
it.
it. Okay, get ready. Have you been thinking about it this week? What animal sound are you going to make? This is our time to make the best wild animal noise we can think of, and you really just have to go for it. Last week, Christy and I accidentally chose the same animal. We'll see. We haven't discussed it.
No, we don't ever discuss
On the
this.
count of 3, you ready to go for it?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. I have to get it.
Okay.
Let me see. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
It seems silly that I was showing my teeth. I was trying to do a snake.
Okay, she was a special teethy
I'm sorry,
snake.
I was a
It's
teethy
the
snake. That
snake
wasn't
you
very
haven't ever
good.
seen in the wild.
Okay, fine, you
Who
win.
they steal people's dentures and go around going.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, fine. Well, we heard you. That was awesome.
It was
but
great
now
sound.
it's time to learn about today's
Oh,
animal.
let's see what we have. to
So let
study.
us
Let's
take a closer look. Okay. How are cows wild?
That was an interesting choice, but I think it was our choice though. It seemed like a good idea.
All right,
at
that
the
means
time.
that you got the answer.
Well, first of all, when cows get mad, you don't want to get involved. Or a bull is a boy cow, and they can get really with their, horns and everything.
Yeah, but generally they're nice and gentle. Remember when we stayed at the cow place?
Yes, if you guys watched that for VBS, we were in Columbia, Tennessee, I think
Yes.
we were. But hey, and in India, clearly they're not really afraid of them. They let them just
No.
wander around. They consider them to be, sacred, so they don't
Really
want
special.
to put them behind fences or anything like that. Can you imagine that? I
No.
feel like Tennessee's sort of one step away from letting cows downtown, though. I don't know.
What you said?
I
Did
don't
you
know.
imagine that? Just cows walking around the
Hey,
mall.
stranger things have happened
walking
in
around the
the
cars.
last year in 2020.
Okay,
so.
fine. But what does this have to do with the Bible?
Oh. What's wild got to do with it? That's right. Well, I'll tell you what cows and wild cows have to do with Bible. This again is in the Old Testament. There's some really interesting stuff in the Old Testament.
Great stories in the Old Testament.
Yeah, when I first met Christy, someone she knew didn't like the Old Testament at all.
Yeah, you really did help me a lot with appreciating the Old Testament.
There's some interesting stuff. So this is once again an interesting thing. It's a pharaoh, but it's a different pharaoh than
All right.
the one with Moses. Yeah. So this one has to do with the story of Joseph. And by the way, it's before the story of Moses. I'm wrong. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. This is not in Exodus. This is before the Pharaoh with Moses. This is with Joseph. So you can find Joseph's story in the Bible. This is a very encouraging story about God using us even when bad things happen to us and being faithful and having Him take care of us. But
So where's the cat? It's a long story. A
Long
lot
story.
of really
Sorry, I
interesting
kinda
and
got
crazy
it.
things
It's so
happen to
good,
Joseph.
yes.
But at one point in his story,
yes, it had to do with some cows.
it did, and
Yeah.
a dream.
In a dream. Yeah, so not Joseph's dream, but the Pharaoh's dream. So Pharaoh kept having this dream, and it was actually really frightening for him, and it had to do with cows. Like, how could a
Really, cows
What?
were scaring him in
Yes,
his dream.
Scows were carrying.
Moo.
Scows. I said scows. Scows were scaring him.
We should really prepare better for
We
these.
probably
things.
should.
Okay.
Listen.
So tell him about the dream.
Dream. So the Pharaoh had a dream and he needed help interpreting it. And this dream was this. At first, the dream was wonderful with these big, fat, plump cows alongside of the river, chewing their cud with their 5 stomachs or 4 stomachs, whatever they have. Look that up, okay? That's really interesting.
I remember you teaching us that.
Loving it.
Yes.
But there were 7 of them. And he was like, oh, what a great dream. But then
Uh-oh.
it says these 7 skinny cows came up and ate the big cows.
Last week's story was about snakes eating snakes.
I guess
What is going on here?
maybe God's hungry. y'all.
What's the
I
theme?
think food is kind of important. So, but
So
anyway-
this time,
yeah,
the
so he
skinny
kept having
cow-
this dream where it would start out wonderful with these wonderful, beautiful, plump cows, and then these skinny
End up with
cows
the
will
skinny
eat them.
cows.
Yeah, and he couldn't figure it out. He was really scared, and so Joseph had the gift of interpreting dreams.
So he was known to be able to interpret your
Yes,
dreams if you
and-
went to him with a dream.
Yeah,
Is that
so
right?
at the time, even Joseph was, I think he might have been in prison or he spent some
Yeah.
time in prison, not because he did anything wrong, but because he was blamed for some things. But anyway, Pharaoh heard about him and Joseph interpreted that dream. And it's because of that dream that Joseph was given the knowledge by God that the 7 plump, wonderful cows were 7 years where they were going to have plenty of food and plenty of rain and everything was going to be great for Egypt. But then the 7 skinny cows stood for famine and drought and no rain and starvation
That would follow
the
good years.
7 good years. So the Pharaoh was like, I believe you. I believe that that God has given you this ability. And because of that, they stored up all of this extra food in those first 7 years and they were ready for that famine. And that's how they saved Joseph's brothers. So it's a fantastic story. It's how they saved the Jews. Okay, so cows are wild.
Yes!
Cows are wild.
Yes,
I can't wait.
Lisa!
And so yeah, so
You gave me chill bumps. That's a great story.
it's a
Yeah,
good,
that's
it's
a good
story.
one.
I can't wait to see him next week when we're a little bit more prepared.
Oh, please, we're always prepared.
We're always prepared. What are you talking about?
So we guys will see you next time for Wild Wednesday. But in the meantime, don't forget, God is wild about you.